Hey everyone, VortexTCG here, and today I'm going to be showcasing you a deck profile on a deck that got a little bit of hype coming into BT13 but hasn't really been realized and is definitely waiting for the new structure decks to come out. And now that I mentioned structure decks, it's going to be quite obvious what I'm talking about. It is going to be it's going to be obviously the MetalGarurumon. And so this deck has obviously been a very powerful deck in the meta before, mainly in BT9, BT10, and even a little bit, I believe, in BT11 before the deck essentially got nerfed by the promoware Garurumon hitting the ban list. And while that is definitely a big hit to the consistency and the power of the deck, you can still end up playing this deck, maybe just not as powerful. So I'm going to be showcasing you my version of this deck. I'm going to be talking about all the cards that I'm playing, the idea, the thought process of all the cards, and then I'm also going to show you the full deck list at the end of the video or in the description down below. So if you're looking forward to this deck profile and also maybe just the different format of the deck profiles going forward, please do let me know in the comment section down below, but also do like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated, and because of your feedback, I've been able to make those changes for you guys. So let's get straight into the deck profile. Okay, and so let's get into the deck profile. We're going to start off with the egg, and in this case we're playing the 4 Sunomon from BT5. This is pretty much the only egg that you can play. You could play something like the Wanyamon, but in my opinion, you'd have enough draw in this deck, and you don't consistently have access to a blue tamer. So unless you obviously up the numbers, but yeah, I feel like this is the best egg, especially as your deck wants to survive battle. So getting the additional 1k DP for just having the name is quite nice. So we play 4 of this, don't play another egg. Then we get onto the rookies, and we're going to be starting off with, shockingly, one of the only searches that we have access to in the BT5 Gabumon. Get to reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add a Digimon with Garurumon in its name, and then 1 Digimon with Omnimon in its name, and then the rest goes to the bottom of the deck. We do play Omnimons, so you do get double value if you do hit them, and the Garuru, well, that's all of the deck essentially, so we play 4 of it. We also play 4 starter deck Gabumon. This is ST8. This is nothing special. Essentially, it's just a 1k DP boost when you have 8 or more cards, which is very easy to do in this deck. So the 1k DP does come up sometimes, and yeah, you definitely have to play 4 of this. Rounding off the rookie lineup, we obviously have the 4 Gabumon X Antibody. On play or when digivolving, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card of Garurumon or Omnimon in its name and 1 X Antibody among them to your hand. We obviously play X Antibody, the option card in this deck, because it's obviously super good, but also just getting another search on top of a level 3, because you can digivolve this on top of a Gabumon, just means that you get double value, and it does matter quite a bit because there's obviously cool boy effects that you can activate from this. So we play 4 of the Gabumon X Antibody. Then we get into the level 4s. I'm going to start off with the 4 promo Garurumon. This is the one that allows you to, when attacking, if it has Garurumon in name, draw a card. I think this is a mandatory 4 of in the deck currently, just due to the fact that just getting a draw 1 constantly, especially in a deck that unsuspends, because it isn't once per turn, is very nice. And this really does help you build your hand up to get to 8 or more cards, which is where your deck becomes most powerful, I'd say. Also, just adding cards or just searching, well, not searching, but drawing cards is very important. So we just end up playing 4 of this. It's the best Garurumon currently in the game. We also play 2 BT5 Garurumon. We play this one because there's just a lack of Garurumons, if I'm being perfectly honest, but this one also has a decent effect. If it has Gabumon in Digi-Evolution cards, gain a memory. Essentially, what this means is that you can go into your X Antibody plays for a lot more cheaper, go as level 4 a lot more cheaper, obviously, And it also has a nice inheritable of all turns. If it has Garurumon or Omnimon in its name, gain a 1k DP. So again, it just helps with that survivability, and it helps you get to your bigger pieces a lot more quicker. So we play 2 of this one. We then round it up with 4 Garurumon X Antibody. This doesn't have an effect, but it has an inheritable, which is when this Digimon has Garurumon or Omnimon in its name and would be deleted by battle, you may trash 2 cards of the same level in this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards to prevent that deletion. This is kind of like your saving grace of the deck, because if you swing and then unsuspend and it dies, this just means you're able to strip sources to keep itself alive, because you're going to be swinging a security. And it's not once per turn, so you're able to potentially save yourself 2 to 3 times in a turn. So yeah, this is a mandatory 4 of, and it's just really good. I think in the new set and the EX5 we get an upgrade to this, which I personally cannot wait for. We then get into our level 5s and we play obviously one of the limited WereGarurumon. This card is really good, obviously. Allows you to unsuspend when you swing if it has a Garurumon as a Digi-Evolution card, and then as an inheritable, if you have 8 or more cards in hand, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So this enables your 1-turn kill a lot more easily. Essentially swing, unsuspend, go into WereGuru X Antibody, unsuspend again, swing 2 checks. Yeah, this card is obviously very good and you have to play it. I'm also playing one EX1 WereGaruru. This one isn't very great if I'm being perfectly honest, but you kind of need to play it because there isn't really any other good WereGarurumons. There is, I think, the BT13 one, but I don't really like its effect that much. So when Digivolving, draw a card. So again, just helps get into that 8 or more total, which can matter in situations. And also, if it has 8 or more cards in your hand, you gain a memory when attacking. The memory actually does come up sometimes, not a lot, but when it does come up, it does feel quite nice, especially as you're going to be Digivolving on top of a you're going to be Digivolving into an X Antibody to get the swing. So very nice, was pretty decent in testing, so I play one of it currently. To round off the non-X Antibody cards, I play 4 WereGarurumon Sagittarius promo. This is essentially just another WereGarurumon, but when Digivolving, if you have a Tamer in place, so it doesn't have to be a blue one, return 2 of your opponent's Digimon, level 3 Digimon to their owner's hands. So this just means that you're able to make sure that your opponent can't swarm, and it also plays well into the MetalGaruru X Antibody, which is, because you don't want to bounce back a MetalGaruru, level 3 with a MetalGaruru. So this helps you clean up that kind of stuff, also helps you get rid of problematic cards like the Madoki Betamon, and yeah, this card is really good, so you can play it at 2. It also has the all turns effect, protection if it will be deleted by battle, same as the level 4, which does come up sometimes because you might just need another source, so we play 2 of it. To round off the level 5s, we play 4 WereGarurumon X Antibody, arguably the best card of the deck if I'm being perfectly honest. It allows you to unsuspend on Digivolve, and then if there's WereGaruru or X Antibody in this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. People are going to expect this, so they're going to play around it, but when it does hit very nicely. And so yeah, this is just another unsuspend, so you can swing again, and you're also able to control the field a little bit here. So you play 4 of this, it's probably the best X Antibody other than the Searcher one, so yeah, we play 4 of it. Let's talk about the newest card in MetalGarurumon Ace. So this is one of the 2 new Ace cards that came in with BT13. I assume that you guys all know about the Ace effect, or the Aces by now, but you can basically play this when your opponent swings, and you can block as well, but this doesn't have blocker. When you Digivolve into this, you can trash up to 3 cards in your hand, gain 1 memory for each card trash. This is a nice way to stop your opponent from continuing their turn, essentially control the flow of the game. So if they, for example, build their board up and then swing, you're able to punish with the MetalGarurumon Ace. And then when attacking once per turn, by trashing 1 card in your hand, you delete your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So essentially, one of the cool things that you can do with this card is that you swing if it has the X Antibody card underneath it. Then you can use this effect to trash a card to delete the lowest card, and then unsuspend it by going into the X Antibody to then bounce another card out, and then have a blocker as well. So something that is definitely very strong. Unfortunately, if this was the purple version of this deck, which isn't out yet, it would be a lot more stronger because you'll gain a lot more memory. But yeah, this is a very strong card. Maybe not strong right now, but once we get the new starter deck, it'll become even stronger. So we play 3 of this. We also play 3 of the MetalGaruru X Antibody. Just like I mentioned, you can digivolve this from a MetalGarurumon. This does count as a MetalGarurumon, just as a heads up. The ace is just, I think, something separate. I think it's just like a GX if you like play Pokemon, something like that. So you can unsuspend this Digimon, and then it gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn, which does matter. And then when this Pokemon, geez, I mentioned a GX card and I'm thinking of Pokemon, but when this Digimon card would become unsuspended, if MetalGarurumon or X Antibody are in its Digievolution cards, return all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to your owner's hands. So this is a really nice control tool, but like I mentioned before, this is also a nice finisher to finish the game if you've got the optimal stack, essentially. So a very defensive card, but also a very powerful card. So we play 3 of this. You'll end up just like digivolving into this from a level 5, because you'll swing with it and then digivolve into this for 4, and then reboot, well, not reboot, but unsuspend everything. So yeah, we play 3 of the MetalGaruru X Antibody. We also play an Omnimon. We gain effects from Omnimon, and we can search Omnimon in this deck as well. So we play 1 of the BT13, Blitz, unsuspends, and then if it gets deleted or removed from the play area, I think it is, you can trash level 6 and stop that effect, or prevent it from happening, essentially. So you do play 1 of this, which is very, very strong. We also play 1 Omnimon X Antibody, because we obviously benefit from X Antibody cards. Digivolve from 3 from any Omnimon. When digivolving, you can return all your opponent's Digimon with the highest level in their name, or to the bottom of the decks in any order. So if they have double level 6s, you can bounce both of them, essentially. And then when digivolving or when attacking once per turn, if this by placing 1 X Antibody or level 6 from this Digimon's Digievolution cards at the bottom of its owner's deck, reveal all of your opponent's security cards, and then trash 1 of them and put the rest of the opponent's security stack face down. Then your opponent shuffles the security stack. Essentially, this is just a nice way to end the game, because you're probably going to be swinging when doing this effect. You can then trash the security and then swing for game. So a very nice finisher, but also a very nice control tool in those grind games. It's actually helped me win, I believe, one of my games, which I'm going to showcase to you at a later point. So yeah, I would definitely recommend playing 1 of the X Antibody. Speaking of X Antibody, we have the poster child of it. It is Cool Boy. This allows you to search 3 cards, add a Digimon with the X Antibody trait, and 1 option card with X Antibody in its traits as well, to your hand. And then when you digivolve into the same level Digimon with X Antibody in its traits, you may suspend its tamer and gain 1 memory and draw a card. As you've gathered, there are a lot of X Antibody cards at the same level, so we have a lot of effects to activate these Cool Boys from. And the draw that you get and the memory you get is very crucial in this deck, so we play this at 4. I know people don't like to play a lot of this card, but if I'm being perfectly honest, this card just helps you continue your turn. So we play 4 of this. We then play 2 Davis Motomiya. This is just a normal set to 3 tamer, but it also allows you to look at the top 3 cards of the deck, add a blue and a green Digimon card among them, and then place the rest at the bottom of the deck. Obviously we're not getting green in this deck, but just getting a blue card when we play a set to 3 tamer is very nice. So we end up just playing 2 of this, and sometimes just getting the set to 3 is very important, because essentially allows us to go for our OTK turn. So definitely recommend. We then get into our options. I'm going to be playing 3 X Antibody. Essentially allows you to digivolve into another X Antibody card, which is very important in this deck for keeping momentum in this deck. You just put it underneath, and then you're able to swing and then evolve into something with X Antibody. It also has a good security effect of gain a memory and then add this card to its own hand, slowing down your opponent, choking the opponent's memory is very nice in this situation as well. So yeah, we play 3 of this. It's just very strong. We then obviously have an Ice Wall. Ice Wall, lose 2 memory when they attack. Nice way to end your turn by just setting them to 1 and playing this. So it's only at 1. Otherwise we probably played more of it, but yeah, we take advantage of it, and yeah, this card's really good. And then to round it all off, I'm playing 2 blue memory boost. Sometimes you just need the extra memory, and the searchability is also very nice. It only searches Digimon, and there are obviously cards in this deck that are not just blue, like there's the Omnimons, there's the MetalGaruru Ace, but for the most part this has a lot of value, and you definitely want to play this because, I mean, just getting some more consistency and gaining some memory for the start of your turn is very important. So we play 2 of this. Thank you guys for watching the deck profile on MetalGarurumon. Overall, I definitely do think it is more of a fun deck than a competitive deck, but that's not to say that MetalGaruru can definitely, you know, go for those huge turns that can end up winning you the game. It really just depends on card consistency and just having as much memory as you can to go for those massive swing turns. And just to show you how I played the deck, at my locals, I'm going to be posting some gameplay videos in the coming days showcasing my gameplay of this deck. It was a little bit rough to say the least, but I think it definitely does showcase the power of the deck. So if you're looking forward to those gameplay videos, again, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and they'll be coming out very soon. And that is all I have for MetalGarurumon at this point. I'll probably revisit this deck when the structure deck comes out, but for time being, I think it's time to let this Garuru package rest until we get the new support. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be some gameplay videos.